Okay, so now what I want to do is I'd like to start doing some rigging. Let's rig up a few parts and see how far we get. Something I need first off. Let's see, I got a skeleton layer. I'm going to hide that, and I got all my geometry. Actually, let's put this onto a layer here. I'll hide that really quick, and this should be in a group, and it's not. Just take this, Control G, and I'm going to call that group geo underscore GURP. And I can put that onto a layer too so I can hide it. Okay. So I just want to build some simple controllers. And I'm going to go in here to create polygon primitives, and I'll create a cube. Just going to hit if. And I'm going to go in here and I'm going to use the curve tools, and I'm going to change my EP curve tool to 1 linear, close it, and let's just hit 4 so I can see what the hell I'm doing. I'm going to hold down V on my keyboard. That's going to snap to vertices, and I'm going to use this linear curve to draw out the shape of my cube. And let's just see if I can do this and this. There, something like that. Enter. And now when I hit 5, what you're going to see is there's my curve, but my cube is underneath. I'm just going to delete the cube, and now I get a curve. Wonderful. And I like this curve, so I'm going to use this curve over and over again. And in my script editor, I can find that information right there. And I'm going to go File, Save Script to Shelf, and I'm going to call this CBox. Great, and I'll hit OK, and I'll make that a Mel script. And now it shows up here. Whenever I want one of these things, it's there. So this is kind of handy because it's a nice shape you can pick from multiple angles. And let's bring this back, and actually let's get the skeleton, get rid of the floor. So I got this nice cube, whoop, and let's go and hide my geometry for a second. I'm just going to go and pull this thing up here. I'm going to put on my pelvis. And let's go and get 2 panes out here. Let's do this side view. Okay, and I kind of like to make something that's easy to select and also visually kind of pleasing. Grab my CVs here and move those forward. And I'm going to make it look like it's underwear. Some kind. Represents the pelvis. Okay, and make it fit the character somehow. And we'll pull that in a bit. Maybe I'll make it a bit tighter on the bum. Okay. Actually, let's just do it that way. There'll be some kind of... There, good enough. And if I want another one of those things, all I have to do is hit my C box, and now I've got another whoop cube. And we'll pull this up here. And what have I got? Let's hide my body. Actually, I can keep doing this without hiding my body. I'm just going to hold down V, and hopefully... not going to bother holding down V. I'm going to get it in the ballpark, and then it'll be good. And maybe I'll hide my body, and if I hold down V, I can snap it right here to this joint. And let's go and scale that down. Actually, this one here doesn't need to be scaled down. I need another one maybe over here, so I'm just going to make a quick duplicate, and let's hold down V, and I'll move this one there. I can grab some CV curves and move them around, and scale this in. Okay, that should be good. And then this one, grab the CVs. Maybe this will look like some kind of male brassiere thing. Okay, something like that. And again, something that's easy to select from all angles. Okay, done. Yeah, I always want to change the shapes. I'm a tweaky freak. Back, and I grab these, and maybe I'll move them this way a little bit. There. Okay, stop it, no more. Okay, great. Then for, say, the head, let's go up here, and I'm going to create a curve tool, CV curve tool, and I typically what I do is I draw something that looks like the shape of the head. Okay. And I don't need to come down into the middle of the face or anything like that. That should be good right there. Just something easy to select from all angles and whatever. And this one, here, let's hide my body. What I'd like to do is move the pivot point so it's D and V right there on that joint. Let's just name this. Actually, I won't name it yet. Why not? Why not? Why not? Head underscore control. And this is going to be my shoulder control. Okay, that'll be my my belly control. Not really my belly control, but whatever. And this is going to be my hip underscore control. Great. And I also might want to just take these things and freeze their transformations. I don't think this one has any transformations to freeze. And do I have any history? I don't think there's any history on these ones. Okay. I also might like something around my neck. So I'm going to go in here and I'm going to create a NURBS circle. Okay, let's just make it a wee bit bigger. And I'm just going to hold down V and I'm going to middle click it up here. And I always kind of tilt it to this here. Great. And boop, there. Let's see what it looks like with a mesh. These are fairly large, so I'll make that one a bit smaller, easier to see. And get rid of the history. And anything else in there that also should freeze their transformations. And these two here, if I go and like call this one neck control 1. And Lazy Bob's just going to copy that. That should be number 2. Great. There we go. Those are named. And what else do I need? I need one more of those circles. So I'm going to go in here, create NURBS Printers and circle. And I usually like this for my root joint. So I'm just going to hold down V. Bloop, 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 there. Bring them back so I kind of see how big it's all going to be. Not too big, but bigger than the rest. Freeze the transformations, kill the history, and I'm going to call this upper body underscore control. Great. And now we got to hook it all together. So we'll hide this. And what am I at? 8-minute mark. Okay, so this one, and I'm going to go through these really quick and just trying to keep everything relatively simple. So keep that in mind when I'm doing this. This one, I selected this, and I'm going to select that joint, and I'm just going to go and use the parent constraint. I'm probably going to use this over and over and over again. Edit, reset settings. Okay, great. Bloop, there. And I'm going to grab this neck control. I'm going to oh, you bastard! Freaking hate that. This one and that one, and constrain parent. I can just hit G now because I kind of know what I'm doing. Oh, this one and that one. Okay, so I'm just going in and I grab the back 1 joint and put it on this controller, and this one here is going to this back 2 joint. This one here is going in for the pelvis. This one is going for the root, and G, and there, all the controllers are in place. Now, one other thing we got to figure out is here in the hypergraph, you can do this in the outliner too. Let's find where we are. So we got all my controllers. So the head control should be parented to the neck control too. And remember too, when you're looking at this, I've got my display shape hidden in underworld nodes on. You might not have those on. And so there's that one there. This one should be parented to that one. I'm middle clicking and dragging. The shoulder control, so this one should be on the shoulder control, and this one here should be on the belly control. And the belly control to the upper... Oh, you bastard, I missed. Upper body control, and the hip should also be on the upper body control. And they're separate, so the hips will just check them out. So I can shake my hips without moving anything else. This one controls everything. If I select both these at the same time, I can move the upper back at the same time with two of them, or I can do just one. And there you have it. There's my back controls. Maybe one more thing I'm going to do. Might as well just do it now and get it over with. Another one I like is create CP curve tool, my God control. I'm going to hold down X on my keyboard, and typically I make something that looks a little bit like this. Okay, and there we have it. Enter, and I've got it right there. I'm just going to go to my script editor again. Come on. And it should be right down here at the bottom. I'm just going to select the whole curve, and I'll go File, Save Script to Shelf. I'll go to God. Orta, make it a Mel script. And away we go. And this one, let's just make it a little bit bigger. Great. And I'm going to freeze the transformations on this, kill the history, and we'll call this God Control. And I'm going to take the upper body control and parent it to that one. And I'm going to call that done. And now I'm going to try and do a leg control.